One of the most overlooked yet powerful tools for increasing energy, reducing inflammation, and controlling food cravings is not a supplement, a stimulant, or a medication. It is a simple food, widely available, inexpensive, and packed with molecules that directly influence your brain and body at a cellular level. That food is nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is a deactivated form of Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and it is rich in B vitamins, trace minerals, and compounds that support energy metabolism, dopamine synthesis, and gut health. Why is this important? Fatigue, cravings, and chronic low-grade inflammation are often symptoms of dysregulated neurotransmitters, especially dopamine and poor mitochondrial function, which is what's happening in your cells is shaping how you feel, what you want to eat, and how resilient you are in the face of stress. Nutritional yeast contains high levels of vitamin B1, or thiamine, which is essential for glucose metabolism in the brain. It also supports the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter critical for sustained attention. It provides niacin, folate, and vitamin B12, which help regulate homocysteine, a marker tied to neurodegeneration and inflammation. And for those who struggle with emotional eating or low motivation, it may help restore dopamine balance through its support of methylation and catecholamine pathways. B vitamin deficiency has been linked in multiple studies, including a review in the journal Nutrients, to fatigue, irritability, poor concentration, and even depression. Adding nutritional yeast to the diet has been shown to reduce perceived stress in endurance athletes, improve immune response, and support consistent energy output throughout the day. In today's episode, we're going to explore exactly how this food interacts with your brain, your metabolism, and your emotional state. We will look at how it affects mitochondrial energy production, inflammatory cytokines, and the neurochemistry behind cravings. You will also learn when to consume it, how to incorporate it, and what type of nutritional yeast delivers the greatest benefit. If you are someone who struggles with afternoon crashes, reactive eating, or burnout, this may be a small but transformative addition to your nutrition plan. And will ground everything in scientific mechanisms and behavioral tools you can use starting today. In this episode, we will explore 6 science-backed mechanisms through which nutritional yeast can support energy, mental clarity, emotional regulation, and long-term brain health. We will begin by examining how its dense concentration of B vitamins fuels mitochondrial energy production and enhances glucose metabolism in the brain, helping to reduce fatigue and improve cognitive performance. From there, we will dive into how nutritional yeast influences dopamine pathways and catecholamine balance, offering powerful support for reducing cravings, regulating appetite, and restoring motivation, all through nutrient-driven support of neurotransmitter synthesis and methylation. We will then explore how compounds like beta-glucans and nutritional yeast lower systemic inflammation and modulate immune activity, reducing chronic stress responses and supporting recovery at the cellular level. In the 4th section, we'll look at the gut-brain axis and how the nutrients in nutritional yeast support serotonin regulation, improve nutrient absorption, and help stabilize mood through their interaction with the microbiome. We will also cover practical behavioral protocols, including when and how to consume nutritional yeast for optimal benefit, from daily timing and food pairings to how to enhance absorption and consistency. Finally, we will examine how the long-term use of nutritional yeast supports neuroplasticity, reduces oxidative stress, and promotes healthy brain aging through its impact on homocysteine regulation and growth factor expression. Each of these mechanisms is backed by research, grounded in neurobiology, and translated into tools you can apply immediately, not only to feel better, but to function at your highest level across the domains of work, mood, focus, and overall health. One of the most fascinating and practical effects of nutritional yeast is its impact on dopamine, the molecule that governs motivation, reward-seeking, goal-directed behavior. and even our ability to delay gratification. Dopamine is not just about pleasure. It is about anticipation and drive. And when dopamine signaling is low or dysregulated, we experience it not as laziness, but as a loss of direction, as cravings, procrastination, emotional eating, or difficulty initiating effort. Nutritional yeast supports the biochemical foundation of dopamine by providing a wide range of B vitamins, especially vitamin B6, folate, and vitamin B12, all of which are essential cofactors in the synthesis and metabolism of dopamine and other catecholamines like norepinephrine. For example, vitamin B6 is needed for the conversion of the amino acid L-dopa into dopamine. Without enough B6, this conversion becomes inefficient, which can lead to blunted motivation and increased susceptibility to impulsive behaviors. Folate and vitamin B12, meanwhile, support a process called methylation, which is crucial for dopamine receptor sensitivity and turnover. Impaired methylation has been associated with increased cravings, mood instability, and compulsive food-seeking behavior. In a 2019 study published in Frontiers in Neuroscience, researchers found that supplementation with B vitamins significantly improved reward learning and reduced impulsive food choices in individuals with poor dietary habits. What this means is that cravings are often not just psychological, they are biochemical. When dopamine tone is low, especially in the prefrontal cortex and nucleus accumbens, the brain seeks quick sources of reward, sugar, ultra-processed foods, or instant gratification behaviors to restore a sense of drive and energy. One of the most useful behavioral tools, then, is to proactively nourish the pathways that create healthy dopamine signaling. A simple protocol is to incorporate 1 to 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast into a morning or midday meal that includes protein, such as eggs, lentils, or wild-caught fish. This pairing supports the conversion of tyrosine, an amino acid found in protein, into dopamine, with the B vitamins in nutritional yeast acting as essential catalysts. Another strategy is to use nutritional yeast to stabilize blood sugar, since erratic glucose levels can lead to dopamine crashes. Adding it to meals that contain slow-digesting carbohydrates or fiber helps prevent post-meal crashes that drive late-day cravings. Over time, supporting dopamine in this foundational way has a cumulative effect: improved focus, more stable energy, less emotional reactivity, and a greater capacity to stay consistent with long-term goals. And this matters because willpower alone is not enough when your neurochemistry is working against you. By restoring the brain's natural reward circuitry, we can create the conditions for healthy habits to feel more automatic and for difficult choices like skipping the processed snacks or staying consistent with exercise to feel more aligned with who you want to be. If this insight is helpful to you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel because each week we unpack evidence-based tools like this, grounded in science and optimized for real life. Dopamine is not just a buzzword. It is a system that shapes your behavior every single day, and supporting it through nutrition, especially with dense sources like nutritional yeast, gives you the internal leverage to move toward your goals with clarity and strength. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a silent disruptor of energy, mood, and overall health, and nutritional yeast offers a powerful, natural way to counteract this process. What's happening in your body when you feel persistently tired or mentally foggy is often linked to elevated inflammatory markers such as C-reactive protein, tumor necrosis factor alpha, and interleukin-6, molecules that interfere with neurotransmitter signaling, reduce mitochondrial efficiency, and impair neuroplasticity. In addition, nutritional yeast contains unique polysaccharides called beta-glucans, which have been extensively studied for their immunomodulatory effects. Beta-glucans work by binding to specific receptors on immune cells, such as macrophages and natural killer cells, effectively training the immune system to respond more efficiently without triggering excessive inflammation, this helps reduce the chronic activation of inflammatory pathways that drain energy and contribute to feelings of fatigue and malaise. A 2017 review in Frontiers in Immunology highlighted that beta-glucans can reduce systemic inflammation and improve resilience to physical and psychological stress. Beyond beta-glucans, the B vitamins and antioxidants present in nutritional yeast contribute to lowering homocysteine levels, an amino acid associated with oxidative stress and vascular inflammation. Elevated homocysteine has been linked to cognitive decline and depressive symptoms, indicating how inflammation and brain health are deeply connected. By supporting methylation and antioxidant capacity, nutritional yeast helps maintain the integrity of the blood-brain barrier and protect neurons from inflammatory damage. From a behavioral perspective, one effective approach is to incorporate nutritional yeast consistently as part of an anti-inflammatory diet rich in colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and whole proteins. This synergy enhances the absorption and effectiveness of its bioactive compounds. For example, pairing nutritional yeast with omega-3 rich foods like wild-caught salmon or walnuts amplifies its ability to calm inflammatory pathways. Furthermore, because chronic inflammation can be exacerbated by stress and poor sleep, nutritional yeast support of neurotransmitter balance indirectly assists in stress resilience, promoting a positive feedback loop of reduced inflammation and improved mental state. For those dealing with autoimmune conditions, seasonal allergies, or unexplained fatigue, nutritional yeast offers a low-risk, accessible addition to help regulate immune responses and restore energetic balance. Ultimately, by addressing inflammation at the cellular and systemic level, nutritional yeast not only reduces fatigue, but also creates the physiological environment necessary for optimal brain function and emotional regulation, setting the stage for sustained performance in every area of life. The connection between your gut and brain is far more intimate and dynamic than previously believed, and nutritional yeast plays a surprisingly influential role in this relationship, helping to stabilize mood and emotional resilience. What's happening in your gut affects the synthesis and regulation of neurotransmitters, especially serotonin, which governs feelings of well-being, calmness, and emotional balance. While nutritional yeast itself is not a probiotic, it provides key micronutrients and cofactors that support the microbiome's health and function, thereby indirectly enhancing the production of short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, metabolites that promote a healthy gut lining and modulate inflammation. Serotonin is predominantly produced in the gut, and disruptions in gut health can impair serotonin availability in the brain, contributing to anxiety and depression. Nutritional yeast is rich in folate and vitamin B6, which are essential for the enzymatic processes that synthesize serotonin from tryptophan. Additionally, these B vitamins support the methylation cycle, which affects gene expression related to neurotransmitter receptors and inflammatory regulation. This means that by regularly consuming nutritional yeast, you're supplying the brain with the raw materials necessary for producing and regulating mood-stabilizing chemicals, thus improving emotional regulation. Studies have shown that deficits in these nutrients correlate with increased rates of mood disorders and poor stress tolerance. Practically, incorporating nutritional yeast into meals can be part of a holistic approach to supporting mental health that includes fiber-rich prebiotic foods, hydration, and stress management. For example, combining nutritional yeast with fermented foods or soluble fiber sources can enhance gut microbial diversity, which further improves gut-brain communication. If you have noticed emotional volatility, mood swings, or heightened anxiety during periods of fatigue or dietary changes, this gut-brain support can be transformative. Beyond mood, optimal gut health influences cognitive function and sleep quality, factors that intertwine with energy and motivation. One behavioral tool is to include nutritional yeast consistently in your diet while monitoring how it affects your mood and cravings over several weeks. Keeping a simple log of energy levels, emotional state, and food choices can reveal how foundational gut-brain balance is for your daily experience. By taking this approach, you empower yourself with actionable feedback and deepen your understanding of how nutrition shapes not just your body, but your mind and emotional life. Nutritional yeast is a powerful ally in this process because it targets multiple biochemical pathways simultaneously, a synergy that isolated supplements rarely replicate. This multi-layered effect explains why it can be so effective in stabilizing mood and supporting emotional resilience, which are key to sustained focus, productivity, and overall well-being. To fully harness the benefits of nutritional yeast, it is critical to understand not only what you consume, but when and how you consume it. Timing and absorption profoundly influence how effectively the nutrients support your brain and body. Because B vitamins are water-soluble and not stored in large amounts by the body, regular, consistent intake is essential. Missing a day or two means your cells might not receive the support they need for optimal energy metabolism and neurotransmitter synthesis. A simple, effective behavioral strategy is to incorporate 1 to 2 tablespoons of fortified nutritional yeast into your breakfast or early lunch when your metabolic rate and glucose utilization are highest. This timing aligns with the natural circadian rhythm of cortisol, the hormone that primes your body for wakefulness and energy expenditure, allowing you to maximize mitochondrial output during your most active hours. Consuming nutritional yeast alongside a source of protein, such as eggs, legumes, or fish, is important because B vitamins work synergistically with amino acids like tyrosine and tryptophan to facilitate dopamine and serotonin production. Additionally, pairing nutritional yeast with healthy fats from sources like avocado or olive oil helps improve the absorption of certain micronutrients and supports sustained energy release. Avoid taking nutritional yeast late in the evening, as B vitamins can be mildly stimulating, potentially interfering with sleep onset in sensitive individuals. Moreover, because the bioavailability of B vitamins can vary based on food form and preparation, choosing fortified nutritional yeast that lists B12 and folate content ensures consistent dosing. If you follow a plant-based diet, this becomes even more critical because these vitamins are less abundant in non-animal foods. Supplementing nutritional yeast regularly as part of a balanced diet has been shown to increase blood levels of B vitamins and improve markers of energy metabolism within weeks. To further optimize absorption, consider reducing excessive alcohol intake and managing stress, as both can deplete B vitamin stores and impair gut function. For those who want to experiment, starting with half a tablespoon per day and gradually increasing allows you to monitor tolerance and benefits, reducing any potential digestive discomfort. Tracking your mood, energy levels, and cravings with a simple journal or app can provide feedback on how nutritional yeast impacts your daily performance, allowing you to fine-tune intake and timing. Ultimately, this deliberate approach to timing, dosing, and absorption transforms nutritional yeast from just a food into a potent behavioral tool that systematically rebuilds your biochemical foundation for energy, focus, and emotional balance, a foundation that supports every area of your life with sustainable, science-based nutrition. One of the most compelling reasons to incorporate nutritional yeast into your daily routine is its potential to support long-term brain health by enhancing neuroplasticity and protecting against age cognitive decline. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize, form new connections, and adapt throughout life, is essential not only for learning and memory, but also for emotional resilience and recovery from stress or injury. Key nutrients found in nutritional yeast, particularly folate, vitamin B12, and niacin, play critical roles in regulating homocysteine levels, an amino acid that, when elevated, contributes to oxidative stress, vascular damage, and neurodegeneration. By supporting efficient methylation cycles, nutritional yeast helps reduce homocysteine, thereby protecting neurons from inflammation and facilitating the synthesis of DNA and RNA necessary for cell repair and growth. Additionally, niacin serves as a precursor for NAD+, a molecule central to mitochondrial function and energy metabolism, which declines with age and is linked to reduced cognitive performance. Studies have shown that boosting NAD+ levels can enhance synaptic plasticity and promote the expression of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a protein fundamental to neuronal growth and connectivity. BDNF is often described as fertilizer for the brain because it supports the formation of new synapses and strengthens existing ones, which is vital for learning, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation. The antioxidant compounds in nutritional yeast further protect brain cells from damage caused by free radicals, reducing the cumulative oxidative stress that accelerates aging. So it reduces the cumulative oxidative stress that accelerates aging. From a behavioral standpoint, consistent intake of nutritional yeast as part of a nutrient-dense diet may therefore serve as a proactive strategy to maintain cognitive function and emotional health into later decades. This is especially relevant given the increasing prevalence of age conditions such as mild cognitive impairment and neurodegenerative diseases. While no single food is a magic bullet, nutritional yeast offers a multifaceted biochemical support system that promotes cellular health, energy metabolism, and neuroprotection simultaneously. For those committed to lifelong brain optimization, incorporating nutritional yeast alongside regular exercise, adequate sleep, stress management, and cognitive challenges creates an integrative approach to brain longevity. A simple daily habit of adding nutritional yeast to meals not only enhances immediate energy and focus, but also contributes to the brain's capacity to adapt and thrive over time. The science is clear. Nourishing your brain with the right nutrients is foundational to sustained performance and quality of life. And nutritional yeast stands out as a practical, effective, and accessible tool in this endeavor. To recap, nutritional yeast is much more than just a flavor enhancer or a source of B vitamins. It is a scientifically validated superfood that supports your brain and body at multiple levels. By providing a rich spectrum of B-complex vitamins and bioactive compounds, nutritional yeast fuels mitochondrial energy production, helping to reduce fatigue and sharpen cognitive function. When there's too much fire, it supports dopamine synthesis and methylation pathways, which are foundational for regulating cravings, motivation, and reward-driven behavior. Its unique beta-glucans and antioxidants help modulate the immune system and lower chronic inflammation, a root cause of many modern health challenges. Nutritional yeast also indirectly supports the gut-brain axis, enhancing serotonin production and emotional regulation through its impact on nutrient absorption and microbiome health. Timing and absorption are crucial, so incorporating 1 to 2 tablespoons into your morning or midday meals, ideally alongside protein and healthy fats, maximizes its benefits and ensures consistent biochemical support. Finally, its long-term role in promoting neuroplasticity, reducing oxidative stress, and protecting against cognitive decline makes it a strategic ally in brain aging and sustained performance. The science is clear. Optimizing your nutrition with foods like nutritional yeast is not a trivial detail, but a fundamental pillar of mental and physical well-being. What's exciting is that this is a simple, accessible change that can be implemented today with minimal cost or effort, yet it yields profound effects on energy, mood, and focus. I challenge you to try adding nutritional yeast to 1 meal per day for the next 2 weeks and observe the changes in your energy levels, cravings, and emotional resilience. Keep a journal or notes to track these shifts. This kind of self-observation deepens your connection to how nutrition shapes your biology and behavior. If you found this insight valuable, please like this video, share your experiences or questions in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can build a community committed to evidence-based tools for optimal living. Remember, the journey to a healthier brain and body is not about chasing quick fixes, but about consistently nurturing your biological foundation with science-backed habits. Nutritional yeast is one of those habits, a small but powerful addition to your daily routine that can help you reclaim your energy, balance your cravings, and protect your brain for years to come.